Yo guys, how's it going? It's Rager Gaming here, and I forgot to take this off the big huge screen at this bit here, so that's a bit of a fuck up. But today I'm here to bring you the top 5 wall weapons. Now obviously we'll do a top 5 worst wall weapons, then we'll do the top 5 box weapons, and whatever else, you know. But just leave it down in the comment section if you have an idea for another top 5 that I could do that I haven't already. Obviously I've done the top 5 best and worst gobblegums. But without further ado, we're just going to jump straight into the list. So at number 5 we're going with the L car. Now a lot of people don't really normally use the L car. On Shadows of Evil it is literally to the left hand side on one of the workbenches near all the fruit concession stands, and on Shadows of Evil you have to go the left hand way, which pretty much both ways of getting the L car is to the left, which is probably what the L stands for. But anyway, this is a really good way of racking up points in the early rounds, and you know, I can't say too much about its Pack-a-Punch version because I really haven't used it yet, because why would you Pack-a-Punch an L car? So it's just a really good way of gathering up points at a really low round, because anything higher than that you're kind of struggling to get points unless you start training. So that's number 5. Number 4 I do believe was the Harvick. Now, it's a really good gun in terms of the fact that it's got good damage, it's, as it says, got a good hip fire, it's really quick to fire as well, the rate of the bullets that come out of the gun. As you can see, I've got the camo for the second, I think it's second highest, let me just quickly check that. Just didn't want to fuck up, yeah, so I'm pretty much almost on my way to Red Hex for that gun. But the Havoc is really good, again, for all the high rounds, sitting on the catwalk, kind of just picking off zombies left, right, centre, that kind of thing. So for that reason, and you know, it is easily found on the wall and stuff like that. So for that reason, it is coming in at number 4. Now number 3, we move on to the only, let me think, the only wall weapon shotgun in the game is the KRM. Now this is my go-to gun whenever I am on Shadows of Evil and I need a gun, or if I'm on the Giant and I need a gun to last me maybe till round 10 until I have enough to Pack-a-Punch. It's just, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's pump action and it just makes it way too much OP, but compared to the Argus and the Haymaker, I mean the Brecci is obviously the best shotgun in the game, but the KRM comes a close second, and it is the best wall weapon in terms of shotguns, just mainly because it's the only one. You know. So, yeah. To be fair, it gets you through a lot of rounds. It's got me through a lot of rounds, and as you can see, Red Hex, I've obviously used it a lot, or got a lot of kills with it in the couple of games I've used it. So, yeah, that comes in at number 3. Now, at number 2, we go to the only half-decent submachine gun that is in Black Ops 3. I mean, let's run them down, right? The Pharaoh, 4-round burst. It is probably one of the worst SMGs I've ever seen in Call of Duty at all. The Weevil is bog standard. It's average rate of fire, average iron sights, average magazine. It's nothing really out there. The Vesper, it's really hard to get headshots. It's the fastest fire rate in its class, as it says, but the accuracy just really isn't there. And the VMP, the iron sights just fuck everything up, so it's really hard to get headshots. Whereas the Kuda's a really balanced gun, but at the same time put the right equipment and classes and, you know, attachments and all that shit on it, it actually becomes a really good wall weapon. So yeah, that's pretty much coming in at number 2, just because of the fact that it could do you until really high rounds. It's a really good gun, and it's not really that dear when it comes to ammo buying off the walls. But number 1 has to go to the KN-44. I mean, you could see Red Hex. I'm pretty sure this was one of the first guns I got Red Hexed. And the only reason being is the Giant. You know, I mean, it's right there next to the catwalk. As soon as you Pack-a-Punch this, it literally turns into a beast, but non-Pack-a-Punched is still good enough to do you until round 20 odds. As long as you're still going for headshots, I'll presume, and you've got your 4 perks. One of them probably having to be double tap and stuff like that. But it's just an overall beast. There's nothing wrong with this gun at all. The iron sights are perfect, the magazine's perfect, it's really good with hip firing. It's just an all-around pleasure to use. I mean, it's one of my favourite guns in the game as of right now. I just don't use it too much on multiplayer. But Other than that, I think the only one honourable mention we really have is the Bowie knife. Now, the only reason it didn't really make the top 5 is because it's a knife. And as far as weapons go, and that's why I didn't say guns, because I knew the Bowie knife was going to have to make an appearance either in the top 5 or bottom 5, or whatever you want to call it. It was just the fact that it's a one knife kill up until maybe round 10, I think. I've never really tested that out, but I know when you get to 14 it is a 2 knife kill. So below 14 and maybe just beneath 10, is when you could start using it effectively, because, you can only knife a couple of people at a time. Well, I say a couple of people, a couple of zombies at a time, and it just doesn't really live up to full potential. So, for that reason, that is the honourable mention. But as I say, is number 1 still... there we go. Number 1 still has to go to the KN44. Obviously, you could leave your comments down below as to say which you found to be your best gun and top 5 and whatever else. I always read the comments when I do get comments and whatever else. If you could leave a like on the video and subscribe, I will be bringing out a video, let me think. It will probably be sometime today, later on. If not, you could follow my Twitch. I will obviously have to put out a separate video for explaining what my Twitch is all about and stuff like that, just so you get the information. Other than that, if you subscribe and turn notifications on, I will see you in the next video.